We are golden. What's up, everybody? You know who it is. Your favorite host, and it's episode 29 of the fAnaticZ podcast. I'm Damien.
Frankie.
Done. You know what's also golden?
What?
Brandon Fott's new deal.
Yes. Breaking news as we start the show.
Yep.
Break it, Dylan.
What was it for like 5 years and 45 million? Something
Yes,
filthy.
sir.
That's crazy. That how we're getting all these cheap signings for all our core pieces that brought us to the World Series.
Freaking
Yeah, I'm excited.
Kendrick is dipping into the bag, and it's wild. It's like he apparently just keeps becoming the best owner in Arizona sports right now.
Definitely for the Diamondbacks, um, definitely trying to get back to their World Series ways. We've been a contender, and the Diamondbacks don't get enough credit because we did miss the playoffs last year, but they've been really good, at least like exciting for at least 3 years now, right? Like at
Oh
least
yeah,
the last
especially
3 or 4 years,
we
I
can
felt like we legitimately had a chance with this squad.
we can
We've been
hang
cons-
offensively with anybody.
we've consistently been top 10 in a lot of power rankings too, and like we've been talked about a lot too.
Top
Yep.
five even.
So I mean, even though they're notoriously cheap and they don't do a lot of the things, I see that they are breaking. I mean, all three teams are kind of breaking those habits of being like bottom feeding teams and starting to break their way into the middle of the pack when it comes to the respect that we get from the national media, especially with the Diamondbacks. I feel like the Diamondbacks are cracking that upper tier of teams, and I love to see it, man. We deserve that respect. We got the squad to match, and how about Josh Naylor getting in there and getting a hit
First game, yes sir.
first game? I love to see it. RBI.
I already know we're gonna see a lot more of those. I mean, he makes contact with the ball a lot, and we're in a hitters friendly park as it is too, so benefits him more.
I was gonna say, Marte and Gabby are gonna get their hits. Both of them had two last night, and then of course, like you mentioned, you had the debut of Naylor. Freaking Perdomo had two RBI. So offensively, we're right on track with where everybody thought we'd be. The pitching just kind of imploded a little bit.
Kind of, a little bit. He was horrible from start to finish, buddy. It was
I tell
Also,
bad.
the defensive miscues. You had Eugenio Suarez from first to third. That was a bad throw. Gallen could have gotten away with 9 pitches in that inning.
For sure.
Um, what I feel like I'm gonna miss one more, but you got Jake McCarthy. Great hustle, but I mean, you see him
Buse.
catch those a lot. He's so close. Uh, Perdomo to second when he should have thrown to first. So he had 3 defensive miscues that costed Gallen being out there more and us a lot of runs too. So
But I mean, even without that stuff, I think that Gallen starts a lot of his pitching. What is it called? His mound sessions or whatever the hell they call them.
Arsenal some shit.
He starts too
Arsenal,
many of the
Arsenal.
possessions with balls, dude. He'd be throwing 2, 3 balls, getting behind on the strike count, and then having to like fight his way back from 2, 3 balls down. It's like we can't keep doing that, bro.
No. I
We
mean,
can't keep doing that.
it even more interesting. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed his stat line, but he had 4 innings, 4 hits allowed, 4 earned runs allowed, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. Everything four down the line.
I know. I needed 5. I was crying my eyes out.
I think he had like 3 something, like 3 walks or something.
And then you
Yeah, the
had
walks were
Nelson
bad.
that came in and got freaking roughed up too.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, he came in. Ryan Nelson got destroyed immediately.
The only Diamondbacks pitcher that didn't allow a run was newest signing Jalen Beeks.
I love Jalen Beeks. That was such a like little sneaky good little depth move after Jordan Montgomery announced Tommy Johns. I think the next day they signed Bleeks and
100%.
Shelby.
And it's really wild. Back
He's
in the
great.
day, in my junior college days, me and Beeks went to the same junior college.
Nice. Were you guys there at the same time?
Yes, sir. 2011, 2012.
You gotta
Nice.
find a way to connect with them, bro. Like, hey, hop on our show.
That'd be
Right.
pretty sick.
If
Yeah,
he
you should
remembers
reach out
you.
to him, man.
Yeah,
I
if he
mean, hey,
remembers you, that'd be dope.
this right here might be that reach. But love that stuff. Love that he's here. Love that connection. And I think, like you said at the start of the show, Dame, we're gonna turn it around. Merrill's gonna give us a good night, and we're gonna be 1-1 at the end of the night.
Yeah. I don't think that the Cubs are gonna go bombs away like they were yesterday and hit all those crazy hits. They were on fire, dude. So I don't think that's gonna keep up. And honestly, if Merrill Kelly gets out there and does better than Gallen, I'm gonna be very sad. I mean, I want him to, but it's just like when we have that expectation on you and we're putting you out there instead of Burns, it's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had that spot because of his tenure, his respect in the locker room, and then he goes out and this was like, oh, winnable game, should have been a win game, but
But Gallen he's been a little more Clayton Kershaw uh in the last couple of years where you're like he's really good at certain points and then at certain points you're just like, bro, this dude is killing us. Like single handedly killing us.
is but I mean, as long as we have the guys we do in our lineup, we're never gonna be out of the game realistically.
No, and I'm not gonna kill Zach too much. I think I've already been too harsh, but it's the first game. He's probably got a lot of going through his mind with last year, the way it ended so rockily and bad for him, and then us signing a number one pitcher right away.
Yeah,
It
that's
must
it.
not.
Yeah.
You gotta give him some credit for taking it on the chin, being a champion about it, and not whining like a little bitch. So you got to give him some credit because it's probably hard.
I was gonna say, I think start number 2, he settles in and he definitely has a much better game.
What's kind of crazy is Corbin Burns, though, they're gonna plug him in the 5 spot in the rotation now.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear Brenly and Berthune talk about that last
No.
night. Yeah, they're gonna plug him in the 5 spot now. So now, most of the time, you're gonna see Corbin Burns match up with number 5 pitchers most of the time.
Wow, he's
Wow.
gonna smoke him.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
yeah, they're.
good for us on that 5th day, but wow.
So I'm pretty sure when the rotation falls to 5, that's when he's gonna start, and it's gonna be against New York. So
That makes sense. Some analytic guy up in the Dbacks clubhouse, they know what they're doing, so I'll trust them to map those things out. I don't mind that too much. He's probably isn't he dealing with something anyways?
you see, I never understood it. I never understood it in the first place why they delayed it.
Yeah, he's probably dealing with something.
Eh.
They called it a timing error.
Yeah, that's
Oh
the
yeah, I heard him talk about that actually. Yeah,
that threw
he's
me for a loop too, but I mean, I guess seeing as he's going to be available for the start of the Yankee series, I guess it can't be too serious.
But
yeah,
didn't he
maybe
knock
it
it?
was a timing. Maybe he did screw up the timing. Maybe he just didn't want to pull the trigger on pissing Zac Gallen off, and that's really what it was. He just took too long to make a decision because he's like, do I start Zach? Do I start Corbin? One of the guys, in the dugout be pissed if I don't start Zach because he's been here with them.
Right.
Well, didn't he get shelled in his very last spring start, Corbin Burns?
Yeah, he got shelled pretty badly too.
So, and then he never pitched again since. And then time frame was very short. Don't know exact. That's when they said, "Oh, timing error, delay his start."
Yeah, weird.
I
But
mean,
I don't know. I feel like they got too much PTSD with Mad Bun and Montgomery and all
oh my
that.
god.
Yeah, dude.
And like they just want to make sure, like, hey, give us those 7-8 regularly with no more than 2 runs. So
I don't blame
Dude,
him for being shell shocked, dude. We've had some bad experiences.
oh. We would have had a better luck as a rodeo clown than we did with that Madbone contract.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing.
I honestly was kind of relieved, honestly, that he got hurt. No offense, but it's like
Sheesh.
I just like fucking. I was just
Too
dreading
awesome.
every time thinking about him stepping on the mound, whether he
Well,
was starting or middle relief or long relief or whatever it was his role was. I just did not want
It's
to see him out there. No
and to
he's
face.
clarify, you're talking about Jordan Montgomery, right?
Yeah, Joe Montgomery. Yeah.
Okay.
What did I say?
No, you didn't say anything. That's why I'm making sure I
Oh,
clarify because
okay.
we were talking about Mad Bum before that. I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
but yeah, no, freaking the contract has been beans. Freaking Montgomery's been beans. Apparently his shoulder's beans because he's having surgery. So
Well, you know what's crazy about your shoulder being beans is that you kind of know when your shoulder's beans. You know what I mean? You don't just find out one day after you've been told that you're not the starting pitcher or that you're not going to be a starter. Oh no! Oh, I'm not going to be the starter. Well, I need Tommy John surgery, you bitches. I don't want to be here anyways. That's kind of how I feel. I'm
oh,
not going to say that's what he is doing because I don't know. I don't know Jordan Montgomery, and I just based off of the way he's handled being here, from the very first time he spoke, he said that his agent screwed up not getting him in Boston. He never wanted to be here. So I feel like now that he knows, oh, they're gonna treat me like I suck now. I'm gonna go get Tommy Johns because I need it anyways, and I needed it last year, and that's why I sucked, and I didn't tell nobody.
Oh
What
no,
the
Boston
fuck?
has Garrett Crochet now. They don't want that bum.
Yeah,
so
yeah. No, I mean, now he can't go to Boston now.
Yeah, yeah. So
oh,
Watch him go to Boston and be awesome.
that's what happens with all of our teams.
For
So,
sure. That's what happens. That's the Arizona way. We train you up, we make you mad, and you go play your best season somewhere else. While you say, see, look at it was Arizona the whole time. A la Tyrann Mathieu, a la everybody else who's ever played here.
oh, that's funny.
No, seriously, Patrick Peterson should be in the freaking Ring of Honor, and that should be it. There shouldn't be no beef with Pat P2. There shouldn't be no beef with Tyrann Mathieu.
Hey,
But Arizona
they're
doesn't know
both
how to.
okay.
we can be that bridge between them and the Cardinals.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the deep look at there. I think that the D-backs are the only people that have really done right by players, and even then, those players have still gone elsewhere and had like people know Randy Johnson as a New York Yankee. That should never be a thing.
No,
You know what I mean? They should never let people like that go elsewhere. Say, hey, you're thinking about
dude.
retirement or you want another year? We'll give you it. We'll overpay you to stay and build the culture of our, you know what I mean? Become a coach.
You know it was super. You know it was super disgusting.
What?
Seeing Luis Gonzalez as a freaking Dodger.
I didn't even know that even happened. What the hell? You just ruined my life. That's like Steve Nash going and being a Laker. We just can't keep him. We just can't keep him. LA always seems to be like, yeah, we'll give you more money than those bums in Phoenix ever thought about.
Right?
We know you want to even play. We don't care. We just want you on the team because you're a legend. That's crazy. Nash would be a Dallas Maverick legend if he would have stayed in Dallas.
Dude, him and Dirk would have won 2 more rings.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Marion went to Dallas and won a ring.
Yo, I'm so happy he at least got one.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He was one of the. I'm sorry, Forever Matrix is one of the most underappreciated guys in the Suns' history.
For sure, dude. He was quiet, humble, a beast, an athletic freak. He
The
gave us something to talk about with his crazy shot. And he was dunking folks like literally the Matrix.
I mean,
Yeah, we had that.
you've made it when you've had a special video game template on your shot.
For sure. And when you have a cool ass nickname in the NBA like the Matrix.
100%.
That's just like the coolest nickname ever. Like the Matrix. That boy was putting people in the Matrix out there. Like, man, wow. The Matrix. Like, that's a lot. But Marion was dope. I loved watching Marion. But why are we talking about Marion?
Weaving
We
back
have
into
veered into some
D-backs.
I'm
dangerous
just sitting here
territory.
like letting it happen. So,
He's just
But
enjoying
hey,
the show.
yep.
But yeah, the
I'm gonna
Diamondbacks.
roll the popcorn.
but hey,
After
you
seeing
know,
all the teams play, I know it's one game. I still feel pretty good about what we got going on here, though, in the Valley of the Sun with the Diamondbacks. I mean, we still look very strong.
One of our biggest issues last night, outside of pitching, is the fact that freaking McCarthy and Gurriel went hitless. Both went a combined 0 for 8.
Yeah, man, it's time to panic.
Yeah, one
Yeah,
game
it's
in,
time to
let's get
panic, man.
panic mode. That's great. I love it.
I'm kidding.
No, you're right. They should be doing way more. They could do way more. I can't believe Zac Gallen out there. Only 4 strikeouts.
Beans.
His arm is beamed.
Why didn't Suarez hit 3 home runs?
Right? I should have.
Dude,
I had him and Shohei. I had Shohei and Josh Naylor in a parlay
our first sponsor is a refried bean company.
for sure, courtesy of Frankie.
No, so lucky. Seeing Suarez, so like, I think it was Jody that interviewed him like 5 minutes before first pitch, and I didn't even understand a fucking word that he said.
I saw
Anybody
you
else
posted.
watch
I just
that?
kind of strategically didn't answer you.
What?
I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch this.
What?
Yeah, no. What
Oh,
do you know what he actually said though?
No, I really don't know what he said.
Oh my god.
I
Oh
really
my
don't.
god.
He doesn't like. He tried to speak his best, like fucking like English and shit. And it just wasn't there.
Hey, well, at least he's working on it and trying, dude. Most people,
Hey,
fucking
but
say
whatever he
fuck it.
fucking said though, first pitch home run at bat. So
Rightfully so.
hey, just don't have an assistant like Otani did.
Yeah, hey, if you can't speak English, you better make sure your assistant isn't doing illegal things on gambling sites.
right.
Sponsored by DraftKings.
That's crazy, man. That Otani story is nuts, man.
No, we need to sponsor FanDuel because we need a hit tonight.
Yeah, I would love to get sponsored by FanDuel. No offense to anybody else. I would take anything, but DraftKings and FanDuel, those are the ones. And
Well,
Prize
that'd be like
Picks.
great
Oh,
hit.
don't forget Prize Picks. Because Prize
I've
Picks
never
will
used
sponsor
Prize
you.
Picks.
You've never used Prize Picks?
No, sir.
Hey, I got a code that I can send you and we can both make some money, man.
Let's do it.
All right. Hell yeah.
I like that.
Hey, Prize Picks. I know y'all be giving out sponsorships like hotcakes on YouTube.
Ooh.
We're ready. We are ready. We got 50 subscribers, 50 new people to play on your Prize Picks platform today.
We will drop them pigs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So speaking of Prize Picks and gambling sites, I think I'm ready to put some money down. I'm gonna find it on some obscure betting site of the Diamondbacks to make the playoffs. I know it probably isn't gonna be as juicy as it was last year or the year before, but why not? They're gonna
I'm
make
telling
it.
you.
I feel it in my bones.
Didn't last week we win our over unders?
We win them or did we do them?
We did them, and I went. We're at least winning 95 games.
Yeah. We all went very insanely high. I'm nervous now after that first game of
Panic
nervousness.
mode.
Yeah, I'm already panicking. I'm shivering. I'm scared.
Panic in the
Josh,
dead.
The
Josh
Dodgers are
Bell,
about to be 4-0 tonight, man.
that trader Josh Bell got a hit last night.
Oh, how dare he!
Not that I care because he does not play for the Diamondbacks anymore, but
You know
you
what's
think he would have
crazier?
wanted to be a part of something special, but no, he
You know what's
doesn't.
crazier than that? The White Sox won a game on opening day.
Right? I bet you those fans are so happy. They're such a dedicated fan base to sit through that slop they call it a baseball team.
Not only
How many
that, but
parlays were busted?
for them to win their first game, especially with what's going on with Bobby Jinx, that's cool.
Yeah, and for them to lose didn't they lose Crochet? Wasn't he on the White Sox before he went to Boston?
Yes,
Yep,
sir, he was.
He was fucking doing witchcraft for them last year, so I'm sure that
dude.
they're not happy to lose him.
It's
But they
nuts
can
to
still
think.
win.
It's nuts to think that the White Sox had freaking Cease and Crochet on the same freaking pitching staff.
And they have another guy that's crazy too. What's his name?
Moncada?
No, it's like Fed. It's like it starts with an F, I think, an E or an F. I don't know, but they got another guy that can throw the ball. It's escaping me right now. But last year they both were lighting it the fuck up. Maybe I'm thinking of Crochet.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking of Christian, but I swear there was another guy they had, but whatever. The White Sox suck. We're not talking about the White Sox. Um, the Dodgers, though, man, they got the All-Star team, bro. They got the All-Star team. I was looking at their lineup. I was placing a bet. I'm like, damn, they got so many people that can hit a home run. Like, literally anybody can hit a home run at any time. It's like Max Muncy, even the suckier dudes. I'm like, dude, these dudes are all fucking with start on everybody else's team. Like, this is crazy. How can they afford this? Like the pitchers, everybody. They got Jack Flaherty. They got fucking Shohei. They got when Shohei starts pitching again, dude. Oh my god, they're gonna be unsolvable.
Well, shoot. I think what I do enjoy most about baseball is at least with how many games there are and the series, the amount of games that they have, they're less likely to repeat than I believe in any other sport.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So
And
much
we
fun around
smoked
there.
them. We swept them in the playoffs. I don't care how many years ago it was. If they won the World Series this last year, whatever. We swept
It
them
was
in the
only
playoffs.
two. It was only two.
We swept them. We swept them. I always will hang my hat on that until we win another World Series because damn, that was such a sick ass. Man, we should have won the World Series that year. That was a sick little run, man. That breaks my heart that that team didn't win, man.
I was gonna say everybody we ran through, and then we lost to the Rangers.
Yeah, 2020 Suns vibes for that Diamondbacks team that went to the World Series in like 2023, I believe it was. But man, we need another championship out here so badly, dude. And now we lost Diana Taurasi, so we can't even get the women's basketball championships as a lock.
I mean, they did do a nice little rebuild though after her retirement.
Just Dylan's face just said it all. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm out. I'm out of this one."
And Mercury.
That's great stuff right there, dude. That's legitimately television gold.
Really called it, bro.
YouTube vision gold. But no, seriously though, on a serious note though, I really do think that this Diamondbacks team is scaring other teams, and the media gives it the respect, and that kind of we'll see how that affects the Diamondbacks themselves. Because sometimes that's not such a good thing, you know. They start
Right.
fucking getting scared and trying to fulfill expectations instead of just playing good baseball.
I
And
was gonna say
hopefully, but
Arizona teams tend to, when the spotlight is on them, it doesn't matter what sport, they always tend to go the opposite direction.
yeah. And I don't know, something in my side of my heart doesn't want me to say this, but I have to say it. We're not a big meet. We're not a big market, and I feel like the forces we snuck in 2001. They wanted the Yankees to win that World Series. They don't want us to win, man. They really do not. The Spurs, Tim Donaghy, referee, malarkey of him betting on the games, and that just totally ruined my hopes that Arizona is gonna be able to win one fair and square.
Freaking David Stern.
Man, it sucks, dude.
But why do they really want the Yankees to win the World Series? Like, you feel me?
Yeah,
So, after that tragedy happening,
We got
yeah,
cursed.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I could understand them wanting the Yankees to win.
We got
But,
cursed because of that. That's exactly what is happening.
you think that's why our Arizona curse started?
dude, that could be a good. I mean, honestly, because we did win that year, so I mean, the curse wasn't active because we won, and then after we won, we ain't ever win nothing again. They're like, you can only win Rattlers and Mercury championships now.
Oh man.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Well, I'll trade. No, I can't say that again. We can't say that again. I don't want to trade the championships. We can't do that. That's disrespectful.
Man.
But
But
damn, would it feel good to win in football or basketball, man? Even baseball. I'll take baseball again. It would feel so good, man. The streets would be lined with
bro,
people.
at this point the Cardinals are closer than the Suns.
Man, the Suns, man, they're so the Suns. I'm just hoping that something happens and a flip gets switched or a switch gets flipped, and they just go on a crazy run. And we're looking at them in the playoffs like, yo, we just snuck into the playoffs and now we have a chance. But I don't think we have enough dogs, man.
We were very briefly in that 10th seed.
I mean, we're only at half a game behind, so we're gonna be falling in and out of it for the rest of the season unless something really, unless we really fall off or Dallas really falls off. This is going to the last game between us.
Well, you know what's nuts? The Kings could fall below all of us.
That would be great if the Kings just bottom
Yeah, that'd
out
be
and
dope.
we just sneak in just because the Kings are sucky. That would be great. But I mean, because either way, even if we lose in the first round or we lose in the play-in, just getting there, I think gives us a semblance of like, okay, we could just figure out what to do with Bradley Bill and get some players in here. We can win. Because when we look good, we look freaking good.
But when we look bad, we look freaking bad, like against Boston the other night.
Yeah, but I can't. You know what? I can't help to say like overall, the last 5-6 games, the Suns have been looking so good. Even in that game, the Celtics just were on a crazy heater from the 3-point line, dude.
The first quarter was
That's what
great.
they do to everybody.
The first quarter was great,
Yeah.
but after that, it just all fell apart.
I think people forgot how good that Kristaps Porzingis is at basketball, though, because he's literally a Jaylen Brown level player himself. You know what I
Freaking,
mean?
freaking New York and Dallas never should have given up on him.
It's not Dallas. It's Dallas didn't give up on him. He didn't want to play with Luka Doncic, so
Oh,
that
yeah, that's right. I forgot that whole situation.
neither did Jalen Brunson. And he didn't want to, and Luka didn't want to play with Kyrie at first. And
Wild.
Luka doesn't play well with
Oh,
other superstars. Now look at LeBron. LeBron's got to score like 10 points for them to have a good game. Luka just needs the ball too much, but that's okay. He's great on a team full of scrubs that play good defense. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
that's what Luka needs. He needs a bunch of scrubs with the bigs that he can throw a million lobs to, and that's pretty much the recipe to win with him. And maybe
Mhm.
another good guard that can pass the ball. But I don't know why I keep getting so sidetracked.
But hey, since we're so Sunny related right now, let's one last Dbacks tidbit before we transition into the Suns. How do you guys think the game tonight is going to go?
The other way around offensively, we're gonna smack them around, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think that the we have to win this game. I mean, it's a must win. The season's on the line. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Ooh.
I think that they're gonna want to get back though. I'm interested. I'm a big Merrill Kelly fan, so I want to see what my guy does out here tonight. And I expect us to win. That's all I expect.
Yeah, I was
No,
going to say,
no more cramps.
after last night, I think Merrill gives us, 6 solid innings, and we end up winning 3-1, 4-1.
Yeah. Speaking of 6 innings, not to keep the D-backs things rolling, we got to get Zac Gallen to a point where he can pitch 6 innings. You know,
100%.
I ain't seen that man pitch 6 innings since like we were in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? This man's getting taken out 4 or 5 innings in every game. It's like,
His milk's getting sour.
I don't even know if it's about him, man. Some analytic stuff sometimes has these people doing things dumbly, and I just think, you know, if he's not getting shelled, keep him in the game as long as you can.
Well, with Gallon, I'm not giving Gallon any excuses for, looking, kind of like a shell of his former self. But we do have a new pitching, staff, so maybe there's a
That's
little
true.
bit of adjustment period with that. I'm not sure, but
I
that would
forgot about that.
make sense if he does struggle out the gate. But if it's a long-term effect, I think, mechanically, like something just kind of fell off the wheel for him.
It's crazy how pitchers can go from being so dominant to being like up and down, up and down, up and down. But um, it's
Look
just
at
one
this.
game. Corbin got shelled in preseason. Doesn't mean that he's gonna come out and be sucky. So I think that Zach will bounce back, rock the snake belt, get 9 Ks, 10 Ks next time he's out there, and everybody will be happy.
There you
Um,
go.
what's up with the Suns, man? What are we doing here?
We need to have like a freaking seance or something, get a Ouija board or something.
You know who we play that we can never seem to beat anymore tonight? The Wolves.
The Wolves. I know what happened to beating the Wolves. We used to smash the Wolves.
Edwards gonna fucking DX all over us again tonight. I feel like.
You think?
I think we can get them. The Wolves have been looking vulnerable lately.
Well,
You
apparently
got
with us, they're just dominant and just fucking A1 top notch when they just play us. And
That's
Edwards
so
dropped
true.
40 plus.
What are you gonna say, Frankie?
you guys know our last 9 games, including tonight. We have the Wolves tonight, Rockets, Bucks, Celtics again, Knicks, Warriors, Thunders, Spurs, and Kings.
Yeah, it's a fun ass schedule. And isn't AD back for the Mavs now too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's playing. That's why
Wonderful.
that's an extra
Well,
win.
we have one of the toughest schedules left in the NBA.
Yeah, we do. We have the hardest schedule. I think the Lakers got the second hardest.
And then the Mavericks have like a freaking cupcake schedule.
Right? And they're already feisty without AD. And they beat the Magic with AD. They're not gonna be an easy team to beat.
No, because I mean
They got
injury,
Kyrie or they don't got Kyrie.
injury history or not, AD still is a superstar in this league.
Yeah, he's an animal when he can play. And when he's on the court, he puts in work. Just like our boy Kevin Durant, and just like Devin Booker. Devin Booker started to heat up a little bit.
I was gonna say we're gonna need all we can from both of them just to have a chance the rest of the way.
Yeah, and coaches got to commit to these lineups, man. He's been doing it better the last couple games, but like, come on, man, keep calling Gillespie in the game, dude. Come on.
Yep, I was going to mention him too.
Yeah, I mean, you got to keep him in the game. If he's hot, he's having a resurgence or a little moment of glory. Hey, rag that shit till the wheels fall off, man. He's in there balling.
It's like the old saying, ride the hot hand.
Yep. Just like we did with Ryan Dunn. We took him out. We started struggling. We put him back in. Guess what? We started having more
That
competitive.
dunk on Giannis.
That was
Ooh.
crazy, dude.
That
Crazy.
that was beautiful.
The fact that he's only a rookie too.
Dude, he
He's
made
not
a
even
funny ass
into
face
year
after
3 or 4 yet.
He went at Giannis the way Ayton should have went at Giannis in the finals.
That's so funny. I don't think Aiden has that kind of bounce.
Never has. Never has.
I just think it's a different kind of jump. Like that's an explosion right there. And Ryan Dunn God's. I think Da is more like a hook shot, free throw line shot type of big. Which I mean is cool, but yeah, I prefer Da as a player over Ryan Dunn just because he's an anchor. You know what I'm saying? Like people won't go down there, but the athleticism, give me Dunn in spades. I need that. I like what they're doing. I like how I like also Adaro and Nick Richards combined. I think that they got to use Nick Richards a little better, but because
I was gonna say at the end of the year, depending on the way things go, if they do decide to blow things up and keep Booker only, I feel like they at least need to keep Oso, Dunn, and Richards.
yeah, I think the young guys. I think they're solid. I think the young guys' future is like the good young guys like Ryan Dunn and Oso. I don't think they're gonna go anywhere. I think the players that are in jeopardy of being traded are like Grayson Allen, guys like that. So, because Grayson ain't been doing really much this year. He's been hurt, kinda.
Yeah, I was gonna say he'll
Kind of
have
lost touch.
a good game here and there, and then he'll be missing for like a week or two.
Yeah, I think he played 11 minutes the other night. Like he's kind of not in the main roto anymore. Not even in the backup roto. He's like playing 10 minutes.
I was gonna
That's like
say,
sweet.
seeing as he's making $70 million, that's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. So and I mean, you gotta do something with the guy, right? Gotta
I
do
mean,
something
you're
with my
saying,
man.
but we had a lot of guys last year that even with Vogel that we could have used that basically sat on the bench the entire time.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it's gonna be this year too. You can already just tell. Bobo ain't played in like 3-4 games.
That is insane.
My man ain't seen the court. Like, bruh. I also is good, but You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get Bull in there too.
I was gonna say the only time Bull's seen the court is warm-ups.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. If I was Bull's agent, I'd be like, man, we gotta get you out of here because we gotta get you to a team where they gotta play you.
Get him to the Wizards.
He's only on
Man,
a 1 year contract though.
yeah, but the thing about it is, I think that he's shown more than just a spot on the Wizards, you know.
True.
So I think a
He
team
can be a great complimentary, piece for a contender.
shit. If I'm Dallas, I'm getting him to back up not Najee Marshall, AD and Najee Marshall, like 4-5, whatever. Shit, if I'm the New York Knicks, I'm getting him to back up Cat. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bunch of places. If I'm Boston, I'm getting him to back up Porzingis. Like,
100%. Because I mean,
there's
he's
a
all energy. He can rebound. He can stretch.
yeah. I mean,
He can
if Luke
shoot the three.
Cornett can get minutes on the Boston Celtics, and so can Bol. You know what I mean? Like Luke Cornett.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. No offense to Luke Cornett. He's a great big for like an old school NBA team. But like, come on, bro. We gotta play our players. Especially because Bol can space the floor and he can shoot too.
Oh yeah. He can hit. He can hit the mid range. He can go inside. He can pop an occasional three.
Yeah, he's a great 3-point shooter for a big dude.
And I mean, that's always been Phoenix's bread and butter. We've had great 3-point shooting bigs.
But I honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I hate Mike Budenholzer's like modern NBA. Let's shoot as many threes as we can. Bro, we got Kevin Durant and Devin Booker. We should be shooting hella middies. We got Bradley Beal too. We should be shooting middies. Yeah,
Oh,
let's shoot a bunch of threes too. But if the threes aren't falling, let's not continue shooting 96 threes. We got Devin Booker and Kevin Durant. I mean, Kevin Durant does it regardless. You know,
but
he's
yeah,
gonna get to that little spot.
Book has probably one of the better mid range shots in the entire game.
They're probably 1-2 or 1-3 or something of if in the game, legitimately. Like it's them, Kyrie, Chris Paul. I mean, and Chris Paul don't even do it no more. And that's it.
Yeah,
Everybody else is chucking threes and dunking. Huh?
our guys like playing 5 minutes a game now down in San Antonio.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Should have got him before the trade deadline.
Shit, at this point, he's cooked, bro. I mean, like, but the leadership he brings. I think that the chemistry him, Willie Green, and Monty Williams had because they were teammates. They all grew up together. They were homies. You know what I'm saying? So it was like they all understood basketball the same way and could communicate. And then Chris Paul could then go from them and then communicate it directly to the players. You know, it was like they had a perfect pipeline, and that's how you get to the finals. But I don't. With this team, bro, they don't even like the coach.
Dude,
They don't even
and
like the coach.
the coach from the Grizz that was just fired today. They're already leaking him to the Suns in the summer.
Yeah, I know. But they
That'd be a
link
bad
everybody to
look,
the
dude.
Suns. Huh?
That'd be a bad look, and we've been saying that for the past few weeks. If we were to do that, move on from Bud.
Yeah, yeah. At this point, we're stuck with everybody that we have. Coach, the only person that could possibly move is the GM. He's like the only person that I think, okay, if they fire the GM, something positive could come of that. And even then, he was the GM that got us to prominence again.
Right.
So it's just like, what are we doing, man? We screwed up so bad trading for Bradley Beal. That was when we checkmated ourselves. And it's nothing against Bill. You know, I'm a huge Bill advocate and a big Bill fan. But that just made it to where the team had no more moves they could do.
Oh no, and it's just like and I've seen other shows talk about this. Like the Bradley Beal trade is probably the worst in Sun history, one of the worst in Arizona sports history, and they honestly, like I've heard it compared to the Jordan Montgomery deal in baseball as two of the worst deals in Arizona in sports history.
Hey man, I definitely wouldn't disagree with that. Whoever said that, but I would also say the Bradley Bill situation was I want to call it a mistake. Excuse me. But there's no way
He
you could make There's no way you can call it a mistake when they knew what they were doing and they knew that they couldn't get out of it. You know what I mean? You knew there was a no trade clause, so even if it went disastrously, you were stuck. But they're like, still, yeah, sure, we'll give you all this money and cripple our team from getting better in any way if this doesn't work.
See, and that was the same. The worst part of it was not the fact that they just traded for him in general, because Bradley Beal is a good player.
Right.
But the fact that you gave him all of that money, all of that control, essentially all over the entire franchise with that no trade clause, he's essentially kind of, he's having fun. He's chilling. He's like, I'm not getting traded.
Yep. No doubt. And this is bad. This is bad. It's bad. It's a bad precedent for the team's future because I mean we're stuck like Chuck Bradley Bill, unless Miami decides that they want Bradley Bill.
Well, and
Because
you got every freaking day you got ESPN or somebody. There's a new story on the latest Suns rumor or turmoil inside the organization, etc. We can't avoid it.
he wants to go somewhere warm. Boom. Okay. So Orlando. Boom. Who do we get? Who do we get from Orlando?
Ooh, Banchero.
No, come on. They're not going to trade us their franchise player.
Wishful thinking.
I got excited thinking about that. That would be too soon.
We'd win championship instantly. Wendell Carter Jr. We'd get someone like that. You know what I mean? Like Wendell Carter Jr. and like whatever first round picks they give us or second round picks, whatever. Boom. Bradley Beal would be gone. We'd be able to move and do stuff and have so much more room for activities.
And that gives us more flexibility.
Yeah, we got to figure out. But I think that's what should be their goal is to pressure Bradley Beal to move on. Hey, we don't want you here. No offense, bro, but we made a mistake by getting you. It's nothing personal. Please help us get out of the situation and go somewhere different. He's like, actually, I really like Phoenix. I really love the weed that you guys have, the women, the weather. Not going anywhere. I actually like my teammates on the team, and they like me too.
Colorado's weed's better.
That's a debatable thing, but
Oh man.
I'll give it to Colorado since they've had the weed thing for longer than we've had it.
Hey, we'll send Brad Beal to Denver for Russell and Aaron Gordon.
Bro, he would hate it.
Just give us Aaron Gordon. I don't know. They're gonna give us two players for Brad.
Bro, he would only like it here, like it, like 4 or 5 months of the year here.
Yeah, he wants to go somewhere warm. He definitely wouldn't agree to that because it's definitely not warm over there. That's for sure. What other warm states could he land in? We got Florida, and Florida's only warm sometimes, but
Dallas.
The States.
How can we
Texas
please
is
their
warm.
GM?
Texas is warm, and Kyrie's injured. Maybe that would work. But I couldn't see it. Nico Harrison's already made too many terrible decisions, so he can't. He's walking on the thinnest of ice. Houston doesn't make sense, really. They're already doing pretty well.
They want KD from us. We'll be like, hey, you want this guy?
And they'll be like, no, we don't. Yeah, they'll say no. We don't want this guy. There's no reason for us to have him. He'll just do what you guys did. I think the most reasonable thing was get this man to Sacramento. Let's take Jonas Valanciunas and some picks. Yeah, I think that trade works, right? He can go somewhere warm. That's California. It's pretty warm there all the time.
Shoot.
We get a big man because we still need one. We need someone tall like Jonas.
I asked for Sabonis first.
Yeah, we would have to do. It would be like Grayson Allen, Bradley Beal.
Shoot, I would be down getting rid of those guys to get Sabonis.
Me too. Yeah, but they would maybe Bradley Beal and Nick Richards because what are they doing?
Right.
Have Sabonis and Oso. Dude, if we got Sabonis, that'd be such I wouldn't say an upgrade, but that's what we should have did originally. Instead of the Nurkic thing, we should have got Sabonis when it wasn't a possibility.
I was gonna say we had a possibility of getting him when he was in Indiana. It's freaking wild.
And we ended up letting Aiden go anyway. So
Yeah. So what? Like, and then we traded freaking Nurkic for Nick Richards and a pack of smoke.
and that's why we can't get rid of KD is because if we gave away the whole farm, the twins, everything for KD, and then turn around and just give him away for something that's not even going to make us good until 2029, I was like, what did we just do? We just wasted the window of championship to just give everything away for no reason and get swept. That would be crazy. That would be the worst, most sunny outcome that could ever happen.
That it would.
It'd be the most Arizona outcome ever.
100%. For sure. Just a pure disaster on every level. Hey, the horrible owner that we all hated finally got the thing done that we wanted him to get done. And the new owner that we all love tore it all down. And this is great. You can't write a better story than the Phoenix Suns, man.
Oh no! And not only that, but it's just a lot of our games left are on the road, and we are an absolute disaster on the road.
Yeah, they just dropped the starting lineup too. Suns will start Booker, Dunn, Durant, Gillespie, and Richards.
Oh,
Bradley Beal's still on PTO.
Yeah, no, I think they're paying him to stay away at this point.
dude, he's on extended vacay at this point.
I think that this is a part of their tactics to get him to waive the no trade clause, just not letting him play or see the facility at all. Just like stay at home.
Dude, they're letting him hit the resorts. They're letting him chill. They're just like, all right, let's just ride.
He's at home blowing a fat bag of cabbage, no doubt.
Yep.
No doubt is he doing that. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty optimistic for next year. Whatever they do, I just wanted this year to be done with. Let's fast forward to the play-in. Let's see if we get in or not. I wanted to sim the rest of the season.
Dude, I'm ready to put this season to a paper shredder. It's been so brutal. The worst part of it, though, is just like we started out 8-1, and then everything that happened after and then in between to now.
Very Cardinal vibes, We started off hot. Everybody loves us. And then second half of the season, Cliff Kingsbury time.
Yep.
But that's okay. I think that if we get into the playoffs and the Lakers and Wolves slide or whoever slides, it'll be good for us. We play OKC, get smashed out. And then we go back to the drawing board next year.
I mean, say we make the play-in and just by some miracle we do beat the Thunder, which somebody...
If we beat the Thunder, we win the championship. No, seriously. If we can beat the Thunder in the first round, who's going to beat us? Who's going to beat us?
That's
the
fair.
Boston Celtics by 30
outside
points.
of Jokic, I feel like SGA is like the most complete player in the league right now.
If we get to the finals, dude, everybody deserves a raise because this is a horrible season for us. If we get to the finals, bro, everybody deserves. No,
if we get to the semifinals, everybody deserves a raise.
What about that guy that wagered $400 for the Suns to win the finals?
Right? He needs to double down and do it again because I'm sure it's astronomical at this point.
Well, hey, we're rooting for him.
We're rooting for him for sure.
And hey, if you watch this show, share the pot, bro.
Yeah, hey, yeah. Share it up, bro. And hey, if you guys like what you're watching, make sure you go into the comments and say that you do because it really supports us, really helps us. Next video will 100% be for sure live on YouTube. And you can find that YouTube link. Obviously, you're watching on YouTube, but you can find the rest of the links in the description. And go follow us on our social medias. Buy some merch so you can see our smiling faces because we don't really have much to smile about yet.
But hey,
with our parties.
The 50.
Right. Thank you, guys. We do want to say awesome thanks. I forgot what we were giving away at 50, but we've reached that point. So thank you, guys. 50 subscribers is awesome. Next milestone is 75. Please, 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 desperately, we need to get to 75 subscribers by the end of spring. Just because it's a good goal. So yeah, we love you guys. Thank you
Hey,
for watching us. And you guys got anything else y'all want to say?
75 by Cinco de Mayo. And sad to see, shout out to the University of Arizona for a good season, losing to Duke last night. Went down fighting. I hate Duke with a passion, but at least we didn't get our ass kicked. So,
Well, I guess we're getting canceled now.
Yeah, for sure.
and like you said, Dame, next week we go live. So thanks everybody. Keep those views and likes, etc., coming because it really helps boost.
Later, y'all.